Hey, welcome to Gen X Unhinged. This is our live stream. My name is David Cole. Across the screen from me is my cousin and friend Christian Cole. Hey, Christian, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you today? It's a
I'm
wonderful
really good.
Wednesday morning, New Year's Eve, freezing cold, which I'm sure it's freezing cold everywhere else too.
Well, in Arizona, it's pretty nice right now. I gotta say, yesterday it got up to 73 degrees, so it was a beautiful day. So
Yeah.
just rubbing it in a little bit.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm like I said, we're first live, so I'm monitoring all the chat right now. So if I seem distracted, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
We're about to find out whether we're live or not. Again, this is the third time we've tried this, and we've been I don't know if we've been
Ah,
successful, but it goes
eh,
live, but I don't know if we're there or
eh.
not. So yeah.
Yeah.
So but I'm like I said, I'm monitoring the chat. So we'll see what happens.
All right. But we're glad you're with us. If you're with us, if you hear us, drop a little comment real quick saying where you're from and we'll just keep going here. So, Christian, there continues to be fraud. And you did a little bit of a deep dive on fraud in California and Minnesota. What did you find? Did you find something in California here that just got you excited
Well,
or
yeah,
sad?
yeah, I got sad. I just did a lot of breakdowns and I love math. Math is really cool, really fun. And I ran a lot of numbers, Dave. I ran numbers on taxes. I ran numbers on what we're charged in California, what
Yeah.
the fraud level is, what they found so far. I did all my numbers just on the fraud so far. And we're going to break it down here in a minute, but yeah, I mean, the average Californian, if you break it all down, it's right around. I mean, what I found, I got the tax rate up to about 50%, roughly. If once you tax everything up, and everything's put together, I found about 50%. Um, we're going to do numbers that's going to bring you in about 42 to 43%.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing, Dave. It just it it's no wonder that so many people are broke, Dave. I mean,
All right. So let me summarize that number. So you got to 42%. So everything I've read shows that the income tax, meaning the federal and the state tax in California, you're probably paying about 35%, right?
that's
Is
correct.
that jive? So that's just the income tax. And also that might include property tax, or is that just the income tax?
That includes property tax. Well, no, the original it was income tax. It was property tax, income tax, and I think that there was some sales tax in it too.
Okay, so that's 35%,
Right,
right?
right,
Let's just
roughly.
say
Yeah, it
that.
was in between.
Eh,
Right, right,
Okay,
right.
and so then there's at least another 7% that's coming because you're saying 42%. You've got up to 50, but most things you've researched say about 42%, a little up, a little bit more, a little less.
Right, right. Give
What
or
is
take
that?
2 or 3%. I mean, I'll
What's
give
that?
my
What
margin of
is
error
that?
there.
Yeah. So what's that 7%? What are we talking about here? What's happening
We're
there?
talking about fees. We're talking about like tire fees, any type of fee, any state mandated fee that you don't see that's calculated. Like in the gas tax, we have a
Yeah.
gas tax of $2 a gallon now or some ridiculous thing. Well, when you
Wow.
go to the right, it's crazy. When you go to the gas station, that gas station, let's say that they bring that gas in at let's say they bring it in at $2 a gallon, right?
$2 a gallon. Okay.
$2 a gallon. Now, on top of that, so then let's say they sell it to 225. That's what they sell it for. They make 25 cents a gallon. I don't know. I'm just these are numbers off the top of my head. On
Sure.
top of so now they're at 225. On top of that 225, you have underground storage fee taxes, cleanup taxes, all you have all not they're not taxes, they're fees. Right? That's how they hide them. They hide them in fees. So when you're all said and done, with the fees, that gallon of gas is roughly 250, 255. So everything above that is all tax. Now you got another
Oh,
$2. So when it's
yeah.
all said and done, we're paying about 50% gas tax. If you include the fees and call them a tax, which they are, we just don't see them because they hit them in
Right.
fees. You put the
Right.
tax and that together, it combined is an additional 50 cents to 75 cents a gallon. So in
And so
reality,
that
in California, we're spending $3, $3.20 in just tax.
So the reason I kind of laugh is that right now Arizona gas is really cheap. So
Right.
for diesel, because we have a truck, so for diesel right now, I can just go down the street and for $3.28, put it on my credit card,
Right.
and for $3.28 a gallon. Just your tax alone in California is that $3.28. And
Correct.
I'm paying, that's just
No,
craziness.
it's insane. It's absolutely, and
Yeah.
Oregon's at high too. I was looking at that. I
Oh,
looked
I
at
know.
Oregon. I looked at Oregon. I looked at Minnesota. I looked at New York. I looked at all of these things, and it blew. And then the best and the worst is New York is the highest. New York hands down was at 52 to 53%. Now, like I
Wow.
said, there's things that people can avoid, like, but
Sure.
these are a lot of it. I can consciously say that 42% is a hard number that anybody making $60,000 or more a year is paying. That's a hard number, and that's what and it's there. My numbers are all backed up.
Right.
And all the numbers with the fraud and the waste are all backed up. Bunch of stuff came out from Doge. A bunch of stuff came out all over the place, and just with my tracking and what's going on. Our next episode, we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna start naming some names. I got people in line. I know where the money went. I know who screwed it up, and I can tell you why they screwed it up and how they screwed it up. But let's get into these numbers. Keep people on hook. So
Yeah.
let's get
Okay.
into the
So,
numbers.
so, so you said you brought up the person making $60,000 a year. So let's just say it's a single dude making $60,000 a year,
Correct.
right? Okay. So his income tax is going to be 35%.
Yes.
And then you're going to add these excise taxes on. It brings it up to 42%. So 42% of $60,000. What is it? That's like 30. That's I don't know. Let's say that's 20, $26,000.
Right.
So right there, this guy, before he's done anything, he's just paid his taxes and his excise
He
taxes.
woke up in the morning, walked out to his mailbox, and got his check.
Yeah. And so now he's down to $34,000
Right.
to live on for the year.
Correct.
$34,000 in California. So what's a single guy going to pay for an apartment in California?
Well, it really
A
depends on where you
decent
live. A
apartment.
decent, well,
A decent.
even where I live in Lodi, California, which is on the cheaper end, 1,500 to 1,700 a month
All
for a
right. So
one
let's just say
bedroom.
15. Let's just say 1,500. That's $18,000,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
So we are at 34,000 less 18,000. This guy's down to $16,000.
Correct.
He hasn't bought any food. He hasn't
Hasn't
bought any
gas, hasn't
insurance.
paid for his car,
He
nothing.
hasn't paid for his car.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
I mean, and he's broke. So he's broke. Just
Correct.
boom.
Correct.
And this is an able-bodied guy, young guy. Let's just say young, just for the sake of argument. Able-bodied young guy, and he is already broke
Correct.
before doing anything fun,
Right. Right.
before living
He
a
hasn't even
life.
gone out on a date yet. Like, you know
No,
what I mean? I mean, he hadn't done anything. He's just
nothing.
he hadn't even paid for the cable or the internet that he watches.
Right.
Right.
And there's taxes, there's fees on that, isn't there?
Absolutely. I mean, we got you. I mean, look at your cell phone bill. Your cell
Your
phone
cell
bill's
phone bill.
$35 a month. But once you put all the fees, like 90. I mean, it is
This poor
insane.
guy.
I'm
This poor
telling you,
guy.
it's the standard typical Californian. I mean, that's what we go through
Oh my
every
gosh.
single day.
All right. If you're hearing our voices, drop a comment. Tell us where you're
Yes,
from. Give us a
please.
question.
Yes.
Sign up, follow us, whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to
But
do.
we're having a lot of fun right now. So
Right.
let's go to the other end of the spectrum. Okay.
Okay.
Let's say we got this couple. In California, they're probably gay. I
Right.
mean,
Right. Right.
is
It's
that
all
wrong?
right. No, it's not wrong. No, but if you're doing it in big cities,
Let's,
yes. Which you know what? It
so let's
doesn't
just say it's a
matter.
couple.
All
Let's
right,
just
it's a
say it's a
couple.
couple.
It's a couple.
And
Absolutely.
they're doing well. So they're
Very
dinks.
well.
They're double income, no kids, and they're
Correct.
making between them $200,000 a year in salary.
Correct.
Is that fair?
That's
All
very
right.
fair.
I mean, they're doing well. I mean,
Correct.
you're a 30-year-old man with a wife or a girlfriend, and you're making $200,000 together. You're thinking, "Hey, we're doing good." All right.
Right.
So 42% right off the top. That's $84,000 off
Right.
of that 200.
Right. Just before you even say hello.
They're down to $116,000.
Correct.
Still a lot of money.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's say this double income, no kids, though, they're thinking, we need to get a house,
Right. Right.
right?
Right. Right.
What do you buy? So in Lodi, what do you pay for a house?
450.
800,000?
No, no,
Oh,
it's
450.
450, 500,000 on the I it's hard because I don't there's really no good side and bad side of Lodi. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there
Yeah,
is, but there's not. But average between 350 and $400,000, all the way
okay,
up to 1,500,000. You know, I mean, it's all here.
right. But the average in California is a little higher, so let's just say
Right.
$500,000
Easily
because they're
500 grand.
making 200,000. They're gonna get a $500,000 house.
Right. And that's if they live in the if that's if they live in like the valley. You start getting into like LA, the Bay Area. I mean, that doubles literally overnight. I mean, it doubles by
Yeah.
mileage. Okay. The further you get one way, the more expensive it gets.
So, but let's just this dink couple, they're living in Lodi. They're doing okay. They want a nicer house, so they buy a $500,000 house. They can put 10% down, so it's $450,000. They're gonna have like a 6% mortgage right now. I I've kinda looked at some of these numbers at a higher level because I really thought it was higher, but let's go. We'll cut my numbers in not quite half. Their their mortgage and interest payment on a $500,000 house where they have $50,000 of a down payment, so $450,000 loan, they're gonna pay probably about $3,500 for mortgage and interest, $3,500 a month,
Okay.
and then you're gonna
Okay.
add in property tax. Well, we already
Correct.
got the property. No, we already
No,
got
no,
that
no.
though
We
because
already
we've
took, yeah,
had
we took it out of the
yeah.
original. We took it
So
out of the
30,
original.
but you gotta have insurance,
Correct.
okay? So $3,500 a month, but you gotta add insurance, and that's probably gonna run you, you know, let's just say it's gonna run you $200 a month. So 3,700 times 12 is 37,000, 44,000. So
Right.
their $116,000 now is $72,000,
Right. Right.
okay? You're a double income, no kids. You've gotta have nice cars,
Right. And
right?
why wouldn't you? You're making 100
Why
grand a
wouldn't
year.
you?
Why wouldn't you have a nice car?
Each
You deserve a nice car, right? You deserve that
exactly.
car. You deserve to feel good driving to and from work. You deserve it all. I mean, and more power to you. But
Yeah,
to have a nice car, minimum $750, $800 a month. I mean,
exactly.
I mean, a nice Honda will cost you that.
Yeah. So let's just say they get two Hondas for $750 a month. That's 1,500. That's another $18,000.
Right.
So they're down to $54,000,
Right.
right?
Right.
And
Right.
all they
And
haven't done anything yet.
$700 a
Again,
month is a mid-range to low
right,
range brand new Honda.
right,
Right. So I mean, it's not
right.
you're not out driving a Mercedes. I'll tell you that much. But let's say
No, no,
if
no.
you were, you're at 3 grand a month in car payments. I mean,
Oh,
$36
oh,
thousand dollars a year.
oh.
And but you make 100 grand a year, so why not?
Why not? I
Right.
mean, why wouldn't you do it?
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
so this dink couple, double income, no kids. Now they can finally start living. They've got a place to live. They've each got a car, and they've got $54,000 left.
Correct.
$54,000. What does it cost to feed 2 people a month?
Well, it
Uh,
depends. I mean, this is so what I figured out is that if you not bargain hunt, but if you look for deals, like if you go to Chili's or basically it costs the same for two adults, it costs the
yeah,
same to go out as long as
yeah,
you stay mid-range that
yeah.
it's actually more expensive to cook at home.
Okay.
at this point. It's more expensive
Sure.
to cook at home than it is to go out. I mean, the 2 for 10
For
deal at
2 people.
Chili's,
Yeah.
yeah, at Chili's, that's a
Yeah.
great deal. I 2 or 3 times a week. I mean, you know what I mean? A burger and fries, and I mean, for $11, you don't got to clean it up. I mean, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's actually more expensive to cook at home than it is to actually go out for multiple reasons. For gas, if you have a gas stove, electricity,
Yeah.
heat, you put all that stuff in it. It's cheaper to go pay them 11, 12, $15 to have dinner and be done.
And we haven't paid for electricity yet, so this
No,
house
no,
doesn't
no,
even
no,
have
no, no,
electricity.
no, it doesn't.
I
It doesn't. It doesn't.
it's just making our point for us. You add in another $1,200 a month for food, which is cheap, but $1,200. You add in another what's electricity gonna run you? Probably like 350 a
Yeah,
month?
in the winter with no gas.
Right.
I mean, in the summer, I think my house is like 1,600 square feet, built in
Yeah.
1922, so it's like not even just some walls and stuff. But my average utility bill in the summer with the AC running, and from what I hear from the people around me, run about 550 to $600 a month. That's
Wow.
average, and people will question that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, everybody's
Oh,
different,
sure.
but I know on the high side during the summer when I'm running the AC, mind you, I set it at 76 degrees. Right, it's hot in my house. So mine if that now that's if I run the big one. I have a small one in my room that I use where I shut the house off and I just run that because it's cheaper to run that to keep my room. Hey, I save money, brother. I don't,
I
you know.
like it, I
But
like
yeah,
it.
so but somebody who has a let's say a 2,500 square foot house running their AC, keeping it at 74, 75 degrees, you're looking at a minimum of $700 a month. Minimum.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. In the
I
summer.
mean, so between the food, between electricity, I mean, this poor couple is down to $30,000 and they haven't bought any clothes.
Right.
They haven't bought their health insurance yet. They haven't saved any money. They haven't
No.
gone on a vacation.
No,
They
they haven't
haven't
done
had to
anything.
put they haven't had to put new tires on their Honda yet. I
No,
mean,
nothing. They haven't done any paid for oil changes yet.
so this double income, no kids, making $200,000 a year, they're just as broke as this $60,000 a year single guy at this point.
Correct. Correct. The only
What do
difference
we
is that they have a home where a mow that to have to mow the lawn. You know what I
have
mean?
to go
The
do
sixty thousand
yard
dollar
work?
guy, he's got a rental. He don't got to pay for any of that or do any of that. But no, but I'm just saying. I mean
You're right. You're
that's the
right.
difference.
Yeah,
That's the
you're right.
absolute difference. So no matter how much money you make, it doesn't matter. I mean, can you
Well,
cut
you
back? You could cut back, but you shouldn't have to at 42%, Dave. 42%
yeah.
for what? We 1770 was it 77 when the 7 oh, my brain's all messed up.
1776,
Yeah, we
1776.
went to war for 5%,
Yeah,
right? We went to
the
war for
Boston Tea
5%. The
Party.
Boston Tea 5%. 5% tax. We're paying 50%, 42%, right? I mean, it's absolutely insane. And this is the deal. They don't want you to break that down. They don't want you to know
Right.
that. Hence the reason why I got busted for selling drugs on the show, because they don't want us talking about this. Because in reality, this is drugs, right? Because I am
Yeah,
explaining things that they don't want you to know. And if you were to
right.
explain this without the internet, without podcasts, and without the information that we have now, from the conservative view, if we were saying this stuff at a party, people would say you're high. They would say you're on drugs. There is
Oh,
no
yeah.
way we're paying 52%, 42% tax. I'll break it
Yeah.
down for you. I will show you. And look, we haven't even started on cell phone fees, uh, 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 oil disposal fees. It goes on and
Credit
on.
card credit
Credit card
cards.
entrance.
People
I
are in
mean,
debt.
yeah, oh yeah, it never ends. Seriously, I don't know how anybody survives. You're in the negative. You're in the negative.
Alright, so we've let's just say that both these people, all 3 of these people, they're broke.
Right.
Now what did the state of California do this past year?
Oh, we spent a bunch of money. We wasted billions of dollars. I mean, billions of dollars. SNAP program, 911 program, Palisades fire program. Look, the Palisades fire listen, the Palisades fire program, they needed that money. Those people needed that money to fix their homes. So I only consider it waste because it didn't go where it was supposed to go. If it would
Oh,
have gone to
yeah.
those people, if it would have
Yeah.
gone to those people, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. I wouldn't call it waste. I wouldn't call it fraud. I wouldn't have called it anything. I would have called it a necessity. Those people deserve that money to take care of their homes. Our president, President Trump, cuts a check to take care of American citizens, and Gavin Newsom stole it. The communists
So
stole
it's
it.
gone.
It's gone. It's absolutely gone. You know,
So and s
you know what? And to dig into that just a little bit, we still haven't even talked about the $150 million that's missing from the LA people who did all their little concerts and all that bullshit. All that money's gone too. The
wow.
Palisades people have seen none of it. $150 million roughly that was brought in donations from all these stars who did this concert. These people still don't have homes, Dave. They still
Well,
don't
I
have
know it.
homes.
You say they deserve this money. They did deserve it. They
Absolutely.
do deserve
They
this money.
deserve
They
it
don't have a
all.
place to live.
Right.
It's crazy.
Correct. 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 And with this
Hey, if
amount
you
of
like
money, we
yeah,
122,000 homes. And that was just on the small breakdown. I didn't even include the $150 million that that Hollywood stole. That's what I'm going to
yeah,
call it. They stole it.
yeah,
NGOs and nonprofits, corrupt. Corrupt NGOs and nonprofits have stolen this money. And you notice how nobody's talking about it? Because nobody in California talks about Hollywood because they do whatever they want. You know why? Because they vote Democrat. That's why.
yeah,
Their votes are bought and paid for. And why wouldn't you? Because you're a celebrity, you can go on TV and steal $150 million from the American people who dug in their pockets because they felt sorry for these people in the Palisades who lost everything. But we don't care about that. We're going to go spend 500 million on a 911 program. It's not going to go anywhere. We're just going to throw it in the trash because it
yeah.
didn't work. Well, let me ask you something. If if you spend 500, dude, if you spend $500 on something and it doesn't work, what are you going to do? You're going to
You
get
go
it.
figure out a way to fix
You
it.
That's right, and you call somebody who will. But you don't
Yeah,
keep pumping $500 million into it. I mean, who was the guy in the room? Hey, by the way, Newsom, I know we took 500 million, but yeah, shit don't work. It don't work. It don't work. We're going to throw it in the
well, he
trash.
probably got a
We're
raise.
going to start over. You're probably right. You're probably right. And
Yeah.
they probably said, what they probably said is, hey, that 911 thing, man, whew, we did everything we could. All we could do is squeeze this $1 million check out of the budget to give to you to make sure we can throw this away. You know, but that's how it goes down. That's how Newsom operates. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't, you know what? That might, look, that is my opinion. That is my opinion. But the governor makes what, $275,000 a year. By my tax breakdown, there's no way he affords a $9 million home. Okay? There's no way. There's no way. You find me one person that can make $275,000 a year and buy a $9 million home. I just showed you a couple that makes $200,000 a year and they're struggling for a $500,000 home.
Right.
I mean,
They're broke.
they're broke. It is insane the amount of money. And now this guy wants to run for president. And you got Swallows
Oh.
Well running around acting like he's the man. Well, you ain't no man. You're nothing.
Okay, so let's take this full circle. First of all, if you're watching us, drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Next, take it full circle. So, how much you did some fraud numbers, and I think you threw out a number earlier. How much per individual did some of this fraud cost in
Well,
California?
right now I don't have it in front of me, and
Well, it was kind of like $2,300
yeah,
was
twenty three
a
hundred
base
per right
per person.
per person.
That was a low number. That was just
Right,
if you only use some of the numbers.
correct,
So right now, and I think that was just based on the $17 billion fraud number.
correct, correct.
So
Right, that
if you
wasn't
just take
911 wasn't in there. A lot of stuff
right,
wasn't in there.
if you just take this at a very basic level, the funds that have been audited that show $17 billion has just disappeared.
Right,
That's was like $2,400 per adult individual.
correct. You know what we'll call that? We'll call that the uneducated number. Okay, that's what we're going to call
Okay,
that because it's
great.
simple. No, and I'm uneducated.
Yeah,
That's a simple number that we didn't use Common Core math to get to, and we
that's right.
came with a solid number. $2,300 per head is what it cost you the California taxpayer. Minnesota was like 19 to 2000. Oregon, we haven't got to Oregon yet, but I bet you
Oh boy.
there's some stuff there. We're gonna
Yeah.
find it. We're gonna find it. But just those two states alone, absolutely. Absolutely.
Uh,
The Minnesota
eh,
thing, the Minnesota thing, we're talking 25, 22 to $2,500 per 18-year-old individual in their pocket, Dave, in a
yeah.
check from the government paying them back. That's how much money they've taken. So if you're sitting
Yeah.
in Minnesota and you're thinking to yourself, wow, I saw a post the other day from one of the people in Gen X Unhinged. She said, I'm waking up this morning and I'm just pissed. She goes, I got to get up
That
this
sounds
morning and go to work and give away 30% of my money to nobody, to the terrorist group.
yeah,
And,
to
that, but
to Somalia.
right to Somalia, and it's no choice. She has no choice. I mean, and this is what, and then you look at Waltz, right? Waltz is like, well, it's white supremacy. No, it's green supremacy. We want our money back. All right. I mean, that's what it is. At the end of the day, we want our money back. You stole our money, man.
Do you think that this single dude that's making $60,000 a year wouldn't just love to get a check for $2,300?
Oh, absolutely. And because our boy Trump's up there, he's going to take care of it. I believe.
Yeah.
I believe.
Our our double income, no
Right.
kids
Right.
that make 200,000,
Right.
wouldn't they love to get a check for $4,600 for both of
Absolutely.
them?
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
mean,
And what's
it
so
let them
weird
go on
about
a
it, what
vacation.
what I find that is so weird, Dave, is that how close all these numbers are. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
Trump and 2,500, but it
Yeah.
costs 2,500 extra per person. You see what I'm saying? It's like Trump is
Yeah.
making up for these Democrats.
It
Trump is
does feel
making
like it.
up for it because like I said, what makes the American people is what the American people don't know. It's there. We don't look for it. If we look for it, we can find it. But a lot of us don't want to until something like this happens. Until
Yeah.
they're finding hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud, just have no idea. Have no idea. I mean, there's ghost accounts, Dave. There's ghost
Yeah.
accounts from COVID that are still getting hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to this day in COVID unemployment. So as a governor, if you're sitting around there, first of all, there's no way, if you don't know about this, you're incompetent. First of all, right out of the gate, let's say you didn't know Newsom. Let's say you didn't know about any of this. Well, you're incompetent because I'm just a guy in a hole and I know about it. So how
Right.
don't you know? So you were either A, ignorant and don't need to be governor or president, or B, you were complacent and you were taking money. There's no other way out of this. I'm sorry. The same with Newsom or just same with Waltz, just like Kamala Harris. She had to know this. Before she picked him for president of the United States, for vice president, you don't think they didn't know? What kind of vetting are we using? If they didn't know this, what kind of
Yeah.
vetting? If you were applying for a job at my house, right? And I did a background and you had frauded $100 billion, you don't think that would have shown up somewhere?
You probably wouldn't get the job, huh?
Right. Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
right. Like you're like, hey, we're just gonna ignore we're gonna ignore the fraud. You know what? We're just gonna ignore it all. We're gonna ignore it all.
Yeah.
So the only way you ignore that is what? If you're getting paid off to not see it. And that's
Yeah.
what I truly believe. I don't have any proof of that. I think it's gonna come out though, because you don't ask somebody to be the president, vice president of the United States without knowing everything about them.
Yeah.
You have come on. It just
Yeah.
doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
So you talked about how close these numbers are and what Trump it seems like Trump is just trying to fix the bad things the Democrats have done. I think it goes even further because he's pushing for this no income tax, no federal income tax. And I I I think, we have found all of this fraud. We've found all of these that we haven't found them, but we've researched and found them is what I mean. And there's just all these billions and billions and billions of dollars. And Trump is saying, we don't need to have these income taxes if we just fix these holes. If we just fix these holes, we don't need to do this.
Right.
And people think he's crazy, but I'm starting to think he ain't crazy.
He's not
Because there's a
crazy.
lot yeah, there's a lot of money missing here. If we just plug these holes, we don't need to have a federal
Hey,
income tax.
I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that Jackson was not. I don't know any of his politics. All I know is one thing: he paid for the entire United States of America with absolutely no income taxes at all
Right.
through tariffs. It was all paid for through tariffs. There was no income tax. There was no bullshit. There was nothing. It was hands down, the entire government ran from tariffs. No income tax. The problem is that we got these governors that are greedy and they do what they do.
Yeah. But so Trump is trying to shrink down government. So he's already shrunk the government, the federal government employees by uh, 9%, like by 300,000 people. The federal government, when he got into office, was over 3 million. Now it's closer to like 2.8, so maybe 20%
Correct,
right now.
correct,
I mean,
correct.
so he's trying to get rid of government, make government smaller. He's trying to bring in money through the tariffs. He's trying to plug these holes of waste. All of these things he's trying to make make it better for the American people. I just hands up. I just think he's doing great.
No, he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. And the thing, and I said this about Facebook, and I got hacked, not hacked, but I got I got shuttered down again for the grow your own dope plant a liberal comment. Um, it was really funny. It was good humor. I mean, nobody
Yeah,
really wants that, so it
right.
really is funny. Um, but the only way we have to communicate, Dave, is through here. That's it.
Yep.
It's like, it's like Rebel Radio. It's like Terminator. You know what I mean? Like we are renegades. We have no choice because the mainstream media is bought and paid for. This is it. This is all we got, man. This is it. If you see this stuff, my stuff, anybody's stuff, any conservative podcaster I call them they're
Influencer.
influencer, but it's such a stupid word, okay? It's a stupid word. I hate the word. It's dumb. If you see a conservative person that is speaking the word, that is saying that is talking about this governmental stuff, forward it. It's free. It's free to
Yeah.
forward it. It's free to watch it. Just do it. Just do it. It'll make you feel good because it'll make you feel right because you are right. 100%. 100%. So, but it just Dave, it's just ridiculous to me. New Year's coming, 2026. I mean, I don't know if we're ever gonna get this tax stuff to change, but the only
Oh
way
yeah.
is to get loud, and start screaming and do it right. Do it the conservative way. Do it in writing. Be vocal about it. Talk about it. You know what I mean? Get behind your conservative people. Trump's doing his end by trying to get rid of the fraud and the bullshit in the ID. Stand up for voter ID rights.
Yep.
I'm convinced that the Conservative Party would have not lost a vote from Obama since Obama if the numbers had been right. The reason why they did all what they did is because they had no choice, Dave. They had no
Yep.
choice. They have nothing to run on. There's nothing good, nothing about it. Nothing. So,
All right, so just a quick scheduling for what we're trying to do this week. We've got this live stream,
correct.
and we hope you've watched it. Again, comment, drop where you're watching it from. That'd be great. We're gonna leave that up on Facebook. You're gonna leave that up on Facebook. We're gonna clean it up a little bit. You'll have a produced show
Produced
on
version.
Facebook,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes. Well,
And
this
and
actual live show will be on Facebook
yep.
until I produce it and replace it with the produced one.
Absolutely. We're gonna make a bunch of clips so that we could get this out, but then also we're planning to do an additional 2 shows. Probably one of them's gonna be just a normal podcast. We may do another live stream on Saturday. We're gotta see how things go today.
Oh, no, we're on right now.
But
I just pulled up my phone and we are
all right.
100% live.
So we're gonna do another live stream Saturday, probably at 8 o'clock Pacific time,
Yeah,
correct?
that's the
Is that
plan.
what you're
Yeah.
thinking?
Yeah.
Yep.
California time.
And
Yeah.
and so we hope you join us again. Like we've been saying, we're having a great time. Um, You got anything else, Christian,
No, I just want to say
for this
thank you
one?
all for watching and welcome to Gen X Unhinged. This is what we talk about here. We're conservatives. We talk about conservative things. We talk about things that affect you. And we
Yeah,
just talk about stuff that I find interesting and what Dave finds interesting. There's a
yeah,
lot of interesting stuff out there. That's what we talk about. You can make up your own mind, your own opinion. I'll give you hard facts. Dave will give you hard facts, hard numbers. If you need references, feel free to message me or message Dave. We'll kick you the references. We're all
yeah,
about reality and what's real. We just take the time to research it so you don't have to. So if you want to hear it, come on board and say hi. Thank you so much for joining us at Gen X Unhinged
yeah.
Live. Feel free to go to Gen X the website Gen X Unhinged. Dave's working on getting that over
.com,
there.
yeah,
.com. The room is growing. We're at 7,200 people. So
it's
my
great.
goal is by July to have 6,000 or to have 10,000. If you go into the room and you're a conservative and you're watching this, I need you to flag all liberal comments that are not about pure debate. If they're not about numbers or if they're name calling, name dropping, calling our president names, anything that you feel is un American, you flag an admin. We have a crack admin team. They will go and they will pull it down immediately because we do not tolerate that. Gen X Unhinged, the group, it's a conservative stronghold where we talk fact. So if you're a liberal or a Democrat and you want to come in there and talk fact, come in and talk back, but have your numbers and be prepared to be checked. And if you use any type of name dropping or calling names or anything like that, you will be removed immediately.
All right. Hey, we want you all to have a happy New Year. Thanks for
Yes.
joining
And
us.
be safe. Don't drink and drive.
Absolutely.
Don't drink and drive. So, all right.
All
Thanks to
right.
everybody. We are out. We'll see you shortly.
See ya.